that you have completed your morning shift of studies, you wake up, you take a shower, you have the lunch, and then after that, you suddenly sit with your phone because you think that your brain deserves a good dose of internet reels because you studied a lot in the morning. True, right? But you keep on scrolling and TikTok, it's 4 p.m. It's 4 p.m. in the evening. And now you don't really feel like studies, you feel like having a tiffin or something like that. You go out for a walk, maybe talk with your friends, talk with your family, spend time, and then sets in your guilt when it's already 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. and your guilt cycle starts and you think like you would do good the next day, but you succumb. And this is how many days pass by, right? When do you actually understand? So if you ask me that this afternoon period, yes, definitely when you have studied for like 3 to 4 hours in the morning, you do deserve a 30-minute break in the afternoon. But remember, the duration of 30 minutes should be limited to 30 minutes. So when you think like you'll be picking up the phone at 1 p.m. and you're gonna put it down at 1:30 p.m., you should be back with your books at 1:31 p.m. If that is not the motivation, if that is not how you are being consistent right now, then I'm sorry, because no one can help you with your NEET prep right now. But do you know how much time have you actually spent in the afternoon? Do you even keep a track about it? Well, this is how I welcome you to the mistake number 2, that is not keeping a track of time. You can use your tracking sheets, you can use apps and all, whatever you want to, but do keep a track of your time. Do know that at the end of the day, you must have a diary and you must write down like the time breakdown, the activity breakdown of every hour of the day. If you have spent, 2 to 3 hours watching a film which was not planned before on or planned, do write it down in your planner, or like which you'll be viewing, at the end of the day. You will then get to understand that whether this time can be compensated for in the other days, or whether that time is okay dokie, and even if you spend that much amount over something, it's completely fine. You need to make a lot of analyzation, and when you're putting these skills onto you, whenever you'll be entering into the MBBS world or any other profession, it's not just your academics, but it's you as a whole, your personality as a whole, which will be judged. So certain other soft skills, like for example, consistency and time management, are a must, which you must inculcate in yourself during your NEET preparation. Mistake number 3, no PYQ mistake. Now, there is no such exam which a student can crack without going through the PYQs, right? And for that, you need to jot down your mistakes all at one point of time in a certain place, like chapter wise, or even better if you can make it topic wise. While I think that if you start right now, you won't be able to do it for all the chapters. So if you are late, just like I was previously, perhaps you can do it only for the important chapters. And for physics and chemistry, I do recommend that you go through all the 35 years of PYQs. But for bio, just few years, 2 to 3 years can help, or maximum 5 years can help. And mostly focus on NCERT and what your coaching teaches. But it's mostly NCERT at the end of the day, which will get you through your biology paper. Mistake number 4, keeping residual topics for the last and not completing it. There can be small topics everywhere. For example, the topics of frog and cockroach. That is something which people tend to leave behind. Or in a chapter, you may feel any topic which you did not do at that point of time of revision or while reading, or you might have thought that it's difficult and so you wanted to skip it maybe for some other day, and that other day never came. It's better that whenever you are skipping any such topic, maybe it's the first time you're reading or you're doing it during revision, which should not be the case, and if it is, it's really worse, then definitely write down that topic and make a list of those topics, stick it in front of you on the wall in front of your study table so that you get to see it every day, and every weekend try to complete whatever residual topics you have been, you have kept on accumulating throughout that particular week. Because if you do not keep your system on a check on a weekly basis, it'll be very problematic towards the end of the year, towards the end of your preparation journey. Like, it's already Feb, and hopefully right now, but all the students should definitely complete the residual topics, and if it's not, make sure that you do it by February end. Mistake number 5, not going through the sequence-based questions. That is, I think, like for P block, especially the chapters, I have said it previously as well, and I'll repeat it. That is S block and the entire inorganic chemistry, most importantly P block of standard 12th as well as of standard 11th. All those chapters, the tables and the different sequence, you need to derive the ascending and descending orders of the different properties of the P block elements, and you need to write those down in your diary or anywhere. You can then stick it in front of your table, or the ascending or descending orders of the different effects like mesomeric effects or hyperconjugation. You need to write those down. You need to stick it in front of you. You need to at least make sure that you go through those on a regular basis, because trust me, these are the small things which will get you on your examination door. And I don't think any year has passed without having a question based on these sequences or tables. Inorganic chemistry is so important. Always remember that do not view it in a way that you're just skipping one question, because you skipping one question will get 4 marks out of your test, and 2 to 3 questions in chemistry are always based on these tables or sequences, right? And also would like to say that it's not just this, but it's also a lot about how you can make better short notes, right? Like the reaction list of chemistry, okay, or the examples chart of biology, or the formula sheet of physics and physical chemistry, the reaction sheet also of organic chemistry. Now make sure that every single day, yes, I repeat, every single day, and when I say every single day, I mean it. I don't care about what you do or what you don't, but make sure that you definitely go through the formula sheet of physics and physical chemistry. You definitely go through the example chart of biology and the reaction sheet of chemistry. And what you can do is that those ascending and descending orders, you can keep it for revision every weekend. That will suffice. The 6th point, anxiety. Nights spent in anxiety, not good at all. But some amount of anxiety is a part of your process, right? And it's definitely acceptable. Now, look, even if I sit over here, like it's very easy to sit on a chair and put the camera in front, you know, and say it out to all my audience over there on that part of the camera that, you know, if you keep on working, no one can stop you. The words are true, but when you say, and when like the listener listens to it and the exact opposite is going, like I know that all the NEET aspirants right now, they are going through like a whirlpool of storm and anxiety or like insomnia and all, and a lot other mental and physical issues right now, which and even maybe worse are about to come on your way, right? Many people have, maybe they have dropped the idea of giving NEET. Many people are now being hesitant, or like they are thinking twice. They are like giving a second thought to something which they once thought was made for them, right? So just imagine how you started off your NEET journey and where you ended up being. This entire transition with the mental problems and all, if you keep thinking, your mind would go blank. So sit down, calm down, and listen to these words, and do believe at least a fraction of it if you cannot believe it fully. That if you are working as well as improving, right? So when I say improving, I basically mean that you are keeping a check on yourself. You are looking after yourself, and you are promising, you are honest to yourself. You look at your mistakes and you mend your mistakes, and you shape yourself into a better person the next morning. If you continue doing this, I cannot guarantee you about NEET, but there is a big success point in your life in the future. NEET is not the end of your life if you are working and improving. I don't mean that if you are right now sitting and chilling and binge watching Netflix, you'll be going somewhere in your life. That's not hard work. Getting rid of anxiety comes with hard work and practice, you know, because you need to be consistent with your MCQ practice. You need to be consistent with your test giving. And I don't know how much physical effort it requires, but it requires a lot of mental effort, like a lot. Being consistent is the most difficult thing. And you have just got a few months, you know, you've just got the month of April, the month of March, and perhaps half of Feb. Like, you know, a few days more than half of Feb. Just these few months, just imagine that you are soon to sit on the chair and give one of the most important examinations of your life. One of the most important, not the most important, right? So just few months left, and I don't think that being consistent is that much difficult right now, because, you know, in the very beginning, maybe you are kind of loose, and that NEET day is too far away from from your current situation, but not right now. So I guess, yes, it's high time that you are consistent for every day. Every day you need to be consistent. The 7th mistake, a big unnecessary group of friends. I think this is pretty much self-explanatory. Mistake number 8, everyone knows, and so I didn't waste my time, you know, saying it in the beginning. That is devices. It's not just scrolling and all, okay? It's also, you know, spending too much time on unnecessary things, even other than scrolling. Maybe you have a hobby. It's for the good. You should spend time, but you must also realize that NEET is just 2.5 months away. So you can spend time on your hobby, but spending too much time and not keeping a track of your time on both devices as well as all other forms of procrastination does count to be harmful. The 9th point, keeping your phone near when you are studying, you know, like texting when you are studying. Like you can think like, oh, I'm just watching a lecture, so I can both listen to what the professor is saying, or listen to what the teacher is saying, and as well as I can text my friend at the same point of time. Well, that does not work out, because I have tried both, and so I know what's the difference, and I know how different outcomes each would yield. The 10th point, something which I would like to conclude with and something which you must never forget concluding with, is timetable. So the 10th mistake is not making a timetable at the end of the day. Your tomorrow should be planned by today night. And if you are not planning your tomorrow by, before going to bed today, your tomorrow will be ruined. How much of it you can think that you are tired and that you'll get up the next day and you'll think about what you have to do, that won't work. Always make sure that a rough plan for the entire week is made. And if you, if you are planning to have a specific timetable for the next day, make sure that that is made the day before. Right, because specifically and a very extensive timetable cannot be made while sitting one, like for example, I cannot sit on 10th of Feb and decide what's going to happen on 10th of March, right? But I know what's going to happen on 11th of Feb. I know what are the plans and what are, some things which are about to happen tomorrow, and accordingly, I can set my timetable. And definitely, I would have a rough timetable of my entire week. So that is how I would like to end this video over here, and hopefully you guys are studying. And if you have any problem, do comment down in the comment section. I'll try to reply. So goodbye.